Bienvenidos to Black Eyed Peas. Straight from East LA. Straight from East LA. Man, what a pleasure to have you guys here, man. I know we're missing Apple, but at least we got 2 out of 3. I'll take 2 out of 3.
No, it's just because this release is not a Black Eyed Peas release.
Oh, okay. So explain that to me, please.
So I got a solo project coming out, and this is the first time we're ever doing something like this to where it's like will.i.am and Taboo.
Got it.
But it's not the Black Eyed Peas, even though we're the Black Eyed Peas.
All right.
But it's will.i.am and Taboo. We got an Apple and Taboo song coming out.
Okay.
I got a will.i.am and Apple song coming out. We got an Apple and will.i.am song. We got a Taboo and Apple song. Like,
okay.
It's just a whole new path of just like putting as much music out as possible.
Hey, man, so let's go right into the song, man. East LA, it's on your sweater. I know from history that both of you guys are from East LA. Mm-hmm. There's even rivalries among both of you guys from back in the days in East LA. So explain the rivalries, bro.
So his mom went to Garfield. My mom went to Roosevelt. I'm from East LA, Boyle Heights. He's from Rosemead, which is East LA.
You're shooting shots already.
Yo, so I was born at the doctor's hospital in East LA. Lived in the Dogtown projects with my mom. She's a alumni at Garfield High School. So her love for her city, our city, even though I moved to Rosemead, thank you to Julio, immigrant, by the way, awesome dude. He took us away from, the projects. And, although we loved it, we were able to have a better life. So I always dedicate the love for East LA and Boyle Heights to my mom, because she's the one that paved the way to advocate for it and show our love for it.
I can relate, man. I grew up down the street from here, from the studios in Koreatown, which for us is West LA, right? You got Boyle Heights, the East Side. I'm a West Sider. And, I'm proud, just like you guys are proud from growing up in your neighborhood,
Yeah. Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Grant in Van Nuys.
Damn.
I used to get the school bus.
Yeah, me too.
Every morning.
School bus kids.
School bus, 6:45 in the morning, bro. I was on Olympic in Vermont taking the school bus to Grant High School in Van Nuys, because back in the days, there was not enough space for students. LA High, Fairfax, they were all Belmont, they were all two-pack.
Yeah.
So they were busing us all to the valley. So, I still rap Koreatown. I say Koreatown with pride, even though it's Koreatown, but we also have like a big Central American community in that area.
Yeah.
So, definitely proud of
You're Salvadorian?
Yeah, I'm Salvadorian, bro.
Yeah.
So when I heard the sample of Aniceto Molina, bro, I was the East LA title. You already won the Mexican community with that, and with the message on the song, right?
And when I dropped the cumbia.
Exactly. So the cumbia, with that, bro, you're going to get Central Americans and South Americans, with obviously Aniceto Molina, rest in peace, Colombiano. And then, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Aniceto Molina did a lot of songs dedicated to El Salvador. At the end of the song that you guys sample, he shouts out El Salvador at the end of the song.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah. So it's a perfect combo with the song, man. You got the Maria sample, and then the cumbia, and then the message, and then with what's happening right now with all the with all the ICE raids and everything happening in right now here in Southern California, man. We need some of that feel good music, because we are that station that represents Latinos, and it's for me in the morning, doing the morning show, it's a balancing act, between keeping it upbeat and also informing at the same time. Hey, ICE is on this corner, be careful. I'm constantly on the air talking about that stuff. So after watching the video, bro, the song is fire. The song is fire, and it was a first listen fire. Like, it wasn't like I had to hear the song 2-3 times to like it. It's fire.
And we wanted to like, celebrate Eastsiders, Angelinos, like in todo, like, black and brown specifically because of what's happening right now in LA, and change the vibe, because a lot of times when you hear all this negative stuff, that negative stuff is on purpose. Right. They're trying to demoralize, dehumanize, divide, disrespect, disregard, not acknowledge, not appreciate the value that Latinos bring to California, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, all across America, Florida. Without Latinos, like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And so we wanted to celebrate, the community that I was born and raised in, that, celebrate my nieces and nephews. I have a chingo of Black and Mexican, Black and El Salvadorian, family members.
Yeah.
And Maria, my niece Maria just had her quinceañera last month. And, that's why I wanted to make sure this song represents all the vibes that, I felt, and I know that there's a lot of tios, tias, just people, abuelitas, abuelitos that are nervous and afraid right now.
And
so if you can lift them up to, don't forget to celebrate. Don't forget, I see you. We value you. Thank you so much for your contributions to making LA awesome.
Yeah.
The fashion district, the freaking, the folks that want to contribute, to build, to work, to provide food. How can you go about, how do you handle?
Yeah.
That's not even business. That's just it's so much hate and disregard.
Yeah.
I understand protecting the borders. Yes, I get that.
Yeah.
But
I think everybody can agree with that.
This wasn't even freaking executed that way.
Yeah, we're expecting criminals, and that's not what we're getting right now.
We're getting kids taken away, families getting stripped away, hostile takeover with people in masks and unmarked cars, just taking families away and throwing them into alligator Alcatraz and all these weird spots. So for us, it was capturing the solidarity of standing with Raza, but also we grew up with Pocholandia type of accents and the whole Cholo vibe, the lowrider scene.
Paisas,
like Will said, tios and tias, abuelitas, family members that are community members to East LA and to Boyle Heights and just all over Los Angeles.
Yeah, man. This goes out. I mean, that song is goes out to the people in Camarillo. What happened with Camarillo with the people working on the fields last week that got they got raided. And it's feel good music that at this time it comes in at a good time. Times are tough and we need that. Our slogan is here is LA's #1 party station, and we're a party station, but at the same time we inform, we educate, and it's beautiful that you guys came out with this song, man. So with that said, I want to hear more about this project. Who else is on the song? You mentioned a bunch of artists earlier. Is it only artists within the Black Eyed Peas, or is there other feature artists outside of the Black Eyed Peas in this project?
I got other feature artists outside of the Black Eyed Peas on this project. I got this one artist, this other artist.
They're not clear yet. You can't mention those yet.
No,
I don't know if you can. I mean, it'd be nice to know. The song, you're kicking it off with a good song here, and it's good to break some news here.
All right, I got a song with Mystery from Fools Gone Wild. That song is dope.
Okay, hey, I caught that flow from you're on the flow on the East LA song. I was like, that's the Fools Gone Wild flow.
Well, exactly what I said about tonality and character that are intrinsic to our upbringing. You know what I'm saying? I got cousins that talk like that. I have that it's part of how you grow up, and you embrace that, you love it, you champion it.
Or it's just straight up East LA Cholo style. What's up, fool?
The tone.
It's
everything's right here.
I got a lot of.
You might as well sample Lean Like a Cholo and bring it back, bro. You might as well.
It's like you have ATL. They got a slang,
right?
New York got a slang.
Right.
East LA. There's a thing that happens when you talk, dog, and then it gets right here.
Yeah.
It's all good, dog. We represent.
It's not even that, fool. It's
not even that. No.
It's from 1980s, 90s, fool. 70s, 80s, 90s. Right now, the Edgars, they don't talk like that.
No.
Edgars don't talk like that. Hey, you're kind of like an Edgar, though.
So it's just the beauty
he's got the universal cut. You know, he's got the universal cut right now.
But it's having fun with it, embracing it, and showing love to all aspects of East Los and all aspects of raza that represent being Angelinos.
Yeah. Hey, I saw that on the video off the air. Taboo was telling me that you guys already had shot the video, but you went back and did some more during the protest.
Yeah.
Right? How was that challenging doing the video during the protest? Were you guys actually in the middle of the protest or like on the side?
We were there, bro.
We wanted to make sure that we participated and showed support, solidarity,
exactly,
and and be in the midst of it all, to be there with the community. We saw a lot of people that we grew up with, people that, and they were happy to see us there, because a lot of the things, the values that people gathered to express their concerns, their fighting for justice, to be seen, reflect the students that go to my program. So I have a program in Boyle Heights, East LA, teaching kids robotics, computer science, college prep.
That's
and
cool.
their dedication to go there is proof that whatever these fools are saying, they're disregarding people's, they're disregarding people's commitment, their discipline, they're striving to contribute.
Yeah.
And so all the folks that were there at City Hall, we all had one thing in common. And that one thing in common was like, show us love. See us for who we are.
Right.
Give us the same equal opportunities as you give other folks. And, if it's about looking at and going after criminals, what about the ones that shoot up schools that you then go take to Burger King?
Right.
Like that hypocrisy is why we risk it all and stand up and share our voice and leverage our platform to scream at the top of the mountain like we are not a minority.
Yeah. No, definitely. And I agree with the whole thing about there's other races there's other ethnicities, other countries that are here as immigrants, but all we see on the news and on the streets, and we're seeing it ourselves, is our brown people are getting the the worst of it.
Yeah.
I know obviously other people, Armenians are also getting it a little bit out there in Glendale, but yeah, Latinos are getting hit the hardest, and it's tough, man. It's tough to watch. It's definitely. I'm an immigrant myself, man, so I can relate. I'll tell you a little bit about me. I came here in '89. I was 11 years old. I came getting away from the war in El Salvador, and I had to go through the TPS program that just got canceled for the Honduras people. People from Honduras and Nicaragua had a called the temporary work program. So I had to go through that. Then I became a resident, and now I'm a citizen. But if I wasn't a citizen and I was just a resident right now, I'm gonna bleep this one, I would be bricks, bro, because even residents are worried right now.
Yeah.
Even residents are worried right now that they're gonna get their papers taken away.
Yeah, my uncle still right now works in Boyle Heights, East LA, at the park. And he's a coach and works for the Park and Recreations, and he oversees these baseball teams, like adult softball team.
Right.
And he was telling me that, mostly, if not all, of the people that are on the team are residents, documented, and there were like 7 to 12 teams. And now, because of, this BS, only 2 teams.
Damn.
So I'm like, so what are you going to do? Are you going to keep the teams going, or are you going to cancel the program? He was like, no, if there's 2 people playing, if there's 2 teams playing, and they're playing each other every single week, we got to keep that program going.
Yeah. Gotta keep it going.
You know?
Gotta keep it going. And I believe it. I mean, people are scared to come out. I mean, you look out the window right now, and we're used to seeing Wilshire Boulevard.
It used to be freaking packed, right?
Yeah. And the freeways are empty. The streets are empty. It's people are scared to come out,
It's sad to see how hard our city's been hit from the fires, Malibu, Palisades, Altadena, to now seeing what's going on with the raids. To be able to bring good medicine through music, through art, and advocating for the people that need that. I think that's important, that we can do that in the summer to bring some joy, some happiness, but also to let them know that they're not alone. We're with them every step of the way.
No, definitely, man. That East LA song, bro, we're going to drop it, and it's going to play, and it's going to play a lot. I'll tell you that right now. The boss already heard it. Everybody heard it in the hallway already, and we're going to premiere it, and we're going to play the hell out of it. And I think it'll be the icing on the cake. And I know, obviously, we got to get the legalities. We got to talk to this guy that's over there sitting down. His name is Polo. But it would be great to have you guys perform at Calibash, bro. Because imagine once the song is established and everybody knows about it, and we could have a whole arena sing it, bro. And a whole arena full of Latinos sing it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Imagine how powerful that could be, bro.
That'd be dope, bro. I would be honored.
Yeah.
That'd be so freaking awesome.
Yeah, so it's there on the table, man.
In January?
Yeah, it's in January.
Hell yeah. And then I'll have in January, my kids at my school, they'll be preparing for, class of 2026. So it'd be cool to figure out the ones that are getting good grades.
Do like a contest. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, man. Make them work for those grades, man. Hey, you get straight A's. I don't know. Maybe they get to come to the concert, something along those lines. That'd be cool.
Hell yeah.
That's good motivation.
That'd be cool, man. So speaking Calibash, you guys been there before with J Balvin when J Balvin was there.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Latin artists, bro, because you guys have a big history of a lot of Latin artists that you have worked with. And fill in for me if I forget. So J Balvin was one. Ritmo premiered it here. Shakira, Nicky Jam, El Alfa,
Maluma,
Daddy Yankee, Maluma, Ozuna. You guys even work with Sergio Mendes. I know you guys.
We work with Sergio Mendes. We work with
Juanes.
I work with Joan Sebastian.
I work with Juan Luis Guerra.
Those are all big names, man.
Yeah.
So out of all those big names we just mentioned, we didn't miss anybody, right? That's everybody right there.
Oh
Piso 21.
I work with J-Lo.
J-Lo. You gotta count J-Lo.
Yeah.
Anuel.
Oh yeah, Anuel.
Yeah, and well, yep.
Piso 21. So out of all those
Piso 21, yeah.
out of all those big names, who was the pickiest or the hardest? Not hardest to work with, but maybe the sessions were longer than you thought they were gonna go.
I could say the one that has the attention to most detail, has a critical eye, that's a perfectionist, and the sweetest while doing that is Shakira.
Shakira helped us inaugurate the station. Well, when we went to a transition from Latino, because we were called Latino 96.3 when we first started, and we switched it to Mega to match our station in New York. She was our madrina. She was our she helped us make the switch. Yeah, she's really nice, bro. She's really nice. We mentioned El Alfa too. Alfa too.
DR.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have done almost every single genre you could think of. You guys have done hip hop.
Banda.
Banda.
That'll be dope.
Hey, you gotta get a song that we can play on La Raza here next door to us.
Not mariachi. That'll be dope too.
You know, it'd be cool. And I'll throw this an idea here, and I'm sure Polo could probably make it happen. An East LA regional version of the song.
What?
That can play on the Mexican stage.
That's dope.
What? Hook that up.
Will, that was actually your idea. You told me that when you first had the song. You're like, should we make this a regional Mexican version?
That's dope.
I did.
Hey,
but Polo didn't. He didn't freaking listen to it, dog. Come on.
Hey, Polo, the manager in the back right there.
Hey, he just called himself out. That was your idea, Will. He was like, hey, that was your idea. I didn't follow up on it.
Why is the Salvadorian telling you to make a regional Mexican song, bro? Come on.
I was like, hey, you told me to do that, and I flamed.
But see, and then you gotta do the cumbia. You gotta do a cumbia remix because you already got the cumbia sample in there. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there, bro. If you think about it, the song, I mean, the song can play almost anywhere. But yeah, I mean, you might as well do a full regional, remix.
Now he's leaving. He's talking about.
Hey man, I know you brought me some goodies, bro. What you bring me, bro?
I didn't want to interrupt, but during the video, I wanted to represent the indigenous aspect of, first people, first land, but also stand in solidarity with my Mexicanos, my raza. So I wore this on of course it's not the one that I wore, but I made one for you.
Thank you, bro. Woo, look at that.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
And it fits me perfect.
Yep.
It fits me perfect. You know what? I'm going to rock this at the next LAFC game. I'm DJing that.
So, thank you.
So, yeah, no, of course. No, thank you, man. Thank you. I'm going to rock it at the game. And, and we're going to drop the song, obviously, at the game también. And what about a book? You brought up, I see a book right there.
Yeah, this is an identity book. Being proud of being native and Mexican. Just wanting to inspire, like, multiculturalism and just being proud of where you come from.
That's very cool, man. Very, very cool. I got the kids at home. 3 kids that are going to, for sure, read this. Thank you very much. And what's up with you, Will? I know besides music, you do a lot of other things. Let's take it back, bro. Let's take it back. I know you had a lot to do back in the days with Beats by Dre, right?
Yeah.
Are you still involved with that? Obviously, it was sold to Apple. Or do you still have anything to do with it? Or
No. So ever since then, it's with Apple. I've started another company called FYI. And the reason why I did my FYI.ai is to...
AI. Damn. All right. Let's talk about that, man. Today is National AI, in case you didn't know.
Really?
Yeah.
AI? Wow.
Yeah.
AI or...
National AI, not hey. Not hey. Not national hey, way. AI, way.
No, so in 2008, I started my foundation, and I went back to East LA to Boyle Heights, and I, adopted this class of 8th graders and told them, hey, you guys should take an interest in computer science and robotics. And so the first year they were like, but they didn't really get it. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, let me start a company to show them that, we could apply ourselves and, innovate in this space. As a matter of fact, at that point in time, the richest man in the world was Carlos Slim. So I'd be like, look, the richest man in the world is Mexicano. And he's like successful because of technology.
Right.
This is the path for us. So I started my entrepreneurial activities. And as my entrepreneurial activities started to grow, my foundation started growing. We went from 65 kids to 100 kids to 300 kids to 1,000 kids. Now we serve 15,000 kids.
15,000 kids under your foundation.
Yeah. And so we work with Mercedes. Mercedes invested in FYI.ai. We built solutions like Sound Drive that takes all the sensors from the car and allows the driver to remix and reimagine music simply by driving. Wow. We have simulated AI radio stations that you could interrupt and have a conversation with radio. And so there's this one kid that's from my neighborhood, raised in the same projects as me, that joined our program, then went off to school to become a computer scientist.
Wow.
Now works at FYI, and his job is he's like one of the lead engineers that are implementing AI in Mercedes cars.
Damn.
So that's like one of the, I'm super proud.
From the hood to a Mercedes car.
From my projects, bro. And like I grew up here. He lives right down the street, and now he's a computer scientist, AI specialist, putting systems in Mercedes and working with Qualcomm. So it goes to show you that black and brown, we get down.
Yeah. You're a businessman, man. You're a businessman.
Yeah.
Get down, James Brown.
You're a businessman.
Get down, James Brown.
Hey, so I know you were part owner on Beats by Dre, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it sold, if you don't mind me asking, what was that paycheck like?
A chingo.
A couple of like a few pesos.
Chingo de pesos.
No, it was nice. It was
Is it true? I heard this story. Is it true that the amount that Apple was going to pay Beats by Dre got leaked before the deal was done?
Yeah.
And that Apple ended up paying less because of that?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's why
That means that hurt a little bit of the cut you got.
But silence is always like, less is more.
Right. So learn, kids. Don't say anything out loud before you have the deal done, right?
Or don't talk about what you're doing. Let other people talk about it after it's done.
Right. Oh, definitely. Taboo. Let's talk about your ancestors, bro. I know you're big on the Native Americans. So tú eres mexicano. Sí. Y también nativo. Explica, porque hay diferentes tipos de nativos, right? Yeah. So, ¿de qué parte o de dónde son tus ancestros?
So, my grandma is from Jerome, Arizona, Shoshone and Hopi, and my grandfather was Sonora. So, I grew up with the whole idea of just celebrating both cultures, wanting to just learn, educate myself. I've done a lot of activism in the indigenous space. Yeah. So once it came to like really being proud of being an Angelino, being a Mexican American, Ocho as they call me.
Right.
It was something that was, part of my DNA, part of the work that I've already been doing in the indigenous space. So it was a great way to just lend my voice and be proud, do whatever I can to educate myself and just be a part of solutions. A lot of times we're part of the distraction and the chaos that happens. And for me, it's like, I just want to educate myself and be a better version of what I was yesterday. And if that means being active in the indigenous space, Mexican, American space, and just wanting to be a voice and advocate for everybody.
You've been doing it, since back in the days with the activists. I see it.
Honestly, dude, it was a healing for me. I battled cancer in 2014.
Damn.
Celebrating 11 years being cancer-free. So it was like a calling for me. Like, what else can you contribute to the world besides music, besides entertainment? What does Jimmy Gomez give to the world? And so that's what took me to Standing Rock. Yeah. And when I went to Standing Rock, that's when it all was like an aha moment of how I can be a beacon of light and inspiration to not only my community, but to communities around the world.
No, that's very cool, man. Very cool. Hey, back to you, Will. I know you work with a bunch of Latino artists, right? What Latino artists have you not worked with that you're like, man, we need to do a song together?
I still want to work. Top of that list is Mana.
Ooh, classic.
Yeah.
Dope.
Mana. So what would you do with Mana if you had them in the studio? What kind of song would you want to do with them?
I don't know. I would let our imagination at the time figure out what's happening in the world, figuring what's happening like on the charts, figuring what existed in the past that we could like bring back. I would just let our imagination take us there.
But Mana is iconic, dude.
I've always loved them, and whenever we would see them, we would always say, "Hey, let's work,"
Uh-huh. And you haven't had the chance yet to get together and do it.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Hey, you guys have done all like different types of genres, right? You obviously started hip hop, and then you started doing the crossover hits with like Where's the Love, and then you've done Latin, you've done house. What am I missing here? You've done
bossa nova, samba,
dembow with the Alpha.
We did collaborations with like Papa Roach, Anxiety, Travis Barker from Blink-182. So there's been like a rock.
I don't think there's a genre you guys haven't done yet.
I haven't did cumbias,
bro. Yeah. And cumbias are actually hitting pretty hard right now too.
I've dabbled with it, but I haven't did like quebraditas.
Quebraditas.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the music that our sister station started with in the 90s, La Raza, which back then was called La X. It would be nice to hear a quebradita.
Yeah,
bring back one of those old school Mexican bandas and put together a quebradita. Hey,
that's dope.
Which one would it be if you had to pick one? Any other ones that come at the top of your head?
Banda?
Yeah. For a quebradita. I mean, we said Mana.
Yeah.
What about for quebradita?
I'll let Polo hook us up. See if he stays on top.
Polo's
of it.
Googling right now. The manager's over there Googling right now. Hey man, you guys have done it all, man. Props to you guys, and obviously Apple too. That's not here. You guys have done it, and I think we all have a story that has to do with you guys. I have a story from a guy that's one of my co-hosts. His name is Smoochie. He told me that back in the days before you guys blew up, or where you guys were starting up, he said that he used to work at a Sam Goody store.
Oh,
in Southgate. and that you guys showed up to perform at the store.
Yeah,
And
and we asked them if we could have the one of the freaking billboards or something.
he didn't tell me that part, but he did tell me that you guys were just starting, so there was only 20 people there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you guys still went on and performed, and that you had a broken leg.
I did. I had a messed up leg. Remember? I messed up my leg back then.
Those are the stories I want to hear, because you guys are blowing up big right now. Those are stories I think that people want to hear, because those are the struggles, you know what I mean? 20 people.
So before DSPs, before streaming, we used to actually go to in-stores. Right. Sam Goody, Tower Records, Warehouse. And that's how we would break records. At the time, it was like, we got a new album called Behind the Front. Mm-hmm. Let's go there and do a signing. Yeah. 20 people.
Those were common back then.
Yo, it was the thing, and it taught us a lot about like just chipping away. 20 people turned into 200 people. Then next thing you know, it just started to build, and we never like lost track of our goal.
Yeah, how was that? Like when you guys were starting and performing for 20 people, and then you guys still put on the show. Like, were you when you guys did that one, for example? Were you guys expecting more, or was that what you guys were at the moment? You were like, we'll work with what we have right now.
Yeah.
No, we never felt
humble beginnings.
Yeah, it never felt like, oh man, there's only 20 people there. Like, it never was like that. Like, damn, we suck. We only have 20 people. It was always like, wow, let's rock these 20 people.
Yep.
It's like, let's connect with them. Mm-hmm. Let's make them
super fans,
a part of us. Yeah. Or us a part of them.
Yeah. Hey, well, my story with you guys is when I got invited to go DJ in Mexico City.
Oh, that was dope.
Pepsi Center. And, going out with you guys out there, man, I'll forever thank you guys for that, man, because
that was dope.
That was very cool. And if you ever do it again, I'm ready, bro. I'm ready, because that was a fun trip, man. That was one of my biggest highlights as a DJing in Mexico City and opening for you guys. Like that was next level. So
yeah, our dream is to go back to Stadium Azteca. That was like, if we could get back to that, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. When you guys were starting, any other stories similar to the Sam Goody ones that you guys maybe are something that happened, that was something similar along those lines? Any stories from the humble beginnings that you guys were like, that you guys talk about now, like, oh, I can't believe this, this happened?
No, there's lots of those. But so you gotta let Taboo tell you those.
All right, Taboo. Tell me one of those, bro. Like one of those Sam Goody type of stories. Like,
well, we did a lot of colleges. I think we really built our performance
playing colleges.
Yeah,
there's just one. I have one. So we started our group like in the college scene. So
Quads.
Black Eyed Peas. Our first demo was at LMU, Loyola Marymount.
Yeah.
And then we would play like USC, UCLA,
Cal State
Northridge, Dominguez Hills. Like we would, Long Beach, San Diego, Irvine. Like we just wanted to own LA colleges.
Yeah.
Hey, that was common. Now that you think about it, that was common back in the days within the hip hop groups. They would do that.
Yeah.
To promote themselves.
But then that hurt us because our fan base, being college kids, on our second record, we then went to play Santa Barbara. And then after the show, some girls were like, hey, you want to come party at our dorm? I'm like, yo, Tab, bro. We got a dorm party, bro. Yeah. So these chicks came up to me. They want us to go to their dorm, bro. So anyways, we go to the dorm. And so they started playing Weekends. And we just recorded it a month ago. It wasn't even out yet.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh my gosh, I love your new record. I love that song Weekends. So I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, Tab, you got Weekends? He was like, well, I don't have the music. Yo, Apple, you got the stuff? He's like, I don't got it. I'm like, how are you playing this stuff? She's like, oh, I got it on Napster.
Oh my God,
like, what's Napster? Yeah, we were like, what's
Napster?
Yeah.
So our whole second record was compromised because of Napster.
Damn.
Yeah.
And so shortly after that,
we gotta explain Napster real quick.
Napster
for the youngsters.
Napster, before there was Spotify, before there was Apple Music, before there was Deezer, there was an illegal version of it called Napster.
Yeah.
And people would go on this website and just get free music that was streaming.
Pirating.
Because at one point in time, you had to buy the record, buy the CD, the cassette, the vinyl. And then you would, this is before iTunes even.
Right.
So when Napster came, people that were selling CDs, they weren't selling them anymore because their fan base could get it for free on this thing called the internet.
Exactly.
Napster. So a month after, us finding out about Napster, I met Sean Fanning. Sean Fanning is the guy that founded and created Napster. Mm-hmm. Oh. So instead of like going there like with Pedro, I wanted to like, yo, bro, let's exchange phone numbers. Uh-huh. I want to know what you know. And so he's the first guy in tech that I met, Sean Fanning.
I remember Napster. It was huge. I mean, even my mixtapes were in there. And I was happy my mixtapes were in there because they were getting to more people. Back then, I'm sure that for you guys was probably like, mixed feelings, like they're pirating our music, but we're playing more shows.
Yeah,
exactly.
Instead of doing one House of Blues, we were doing like 4 or 5 House of Blues.
Exactly.
Instead of doing like 2 Greek theaters, we're doing 3 or 4 Greek theaters.
Because of Napster.
Because more people were having access to our music.
Damn.
We were selling more merchandise, doing more shows.
Mm-hmm. So a little while ago, we were talking about the Sam Goody story. You think that maybe some of these artists nowadays should go back to doing stuff like that? Or you think that...
stores?
Yeah, or the digital is like... the digital took it over to the point where like in-stores don't even make sense anymore. Like
in-stores will make sense if there was a product they had. For example, Travis Scott has, his Cactus Jack shoes, his Cactus, right? Mm-hmm. Cactus Jack shoes. Yep. So Travis Scott has his shoes. There's a few artists that have products. Rihanna has her Fenty, so Rihanna doing a in-store at Sephora makes sense. Right. Travis Scott doing an in-store at Foot Locker makes sense.
Tyler the Creator with all the stuff that he has.
Doing an in-store at at Louis Vuitton or at on his own store right here on Fairfax makes sense. Right. So artists need to be entrepreneurs. They need to be entrepreneurial. They need to think about what the product is outside of the music, because the music, unfortunately, is not the product anymore.
Right. I would say one place that kept that thing alive was Japan. They still have Sam Goody. They still have
they still have the CDs on.
They have Tower.
They have Tower. Yeah, Tower. Because they preserve, and they're all about vintage and collecting.
Yeah. They like collecting vinyl and all that stuff. You know what you need to do an in-store for the sweater you're wearing?
Oh man, this would be.
Was that given to you, or did you make that yourself?
No, it's a gift.
Okay, it's a gift. Okay,
but I want to collaborate with her. This would be a dope collaboration.
Oh yeah,
it'd be a dope thing to do.
And put your brand on it. Put your logos on it. That would be a sick. People would buy that. People watching this right now, people would buy that. So I'm just throwing ideas out there, bro.
Yeah, thanks for the gift. Let's collaborate.
Hey, anything that we should touch on that I haven't touched on that has to do with the Latino community, bro? You got Mexicanos, you got Centroamericanos, Suramericanos, gente del Caribe escuchándonos. We also have a lot of people that listen to us online on La Música app from different countries and around the world, bro. So this is not only LA. We got the network with La Música app. So you tell me what have I not touched that we need to touch that would be good for our Latino people to know?
I have a shout out to my neighborhood.
Dale.
So everybody in Boyle Heights, Estrada Courts, thank you so much for the love growing up, all the encouragement that you gave me, for me to, not that I was insecure, but encouragement and acknowledgement goes a long way. So that first encouragement came from Estrada Courts. So all my neighbors, all my friends that turned into family, thank you guys so much. I lived in the neighborhood until I was 23. My mom lived there from 5 to 51, 52. My mom lived there for,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's our neighbor. That's our community.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank, Noé Colunga and Fabian Colunga, their dad. He's the guy that introduced me to Joan Sebastian. He's the one that used to sing all the songs on New Year's And then Lalo's dad, Lalo, rest in peace. Lalo's dad was the one that would, like, on New Year's, pop, 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 shoot the gun. And the neighborhood, to celebrate New Year's.
Which we don't encourage nowadays because those bullets come back down.
They do come back down.
But back in the days, I remember that it was very common. This is back in the days, yeah.
So I want to thank my neighborhood because it was those families, and Noel would, he if you're listening, thank you. Nene, thank you, bro. Calvin and Douglas, thank you. Sylvia, their mom, thank you so much. Gil, thank you, Gil. His mom still lives in the projects. Mikey, thank you. Robert Garcia, thank you so much for taking me to all my studio sessions and the my record. I'm like, yo, Robert, I got a meeting in Hollywood, fool. I'm going to Hollywood. I got a demo. He was like, fuck, Willie, I don't got gas money. I'm like, hey, I got $2.
Damn.
And so Robert Garcia would take me to my meetings and my studio sessions. So thank you, Robert. Thank you, Anna. Thank you.
Used to get a ride with $2 of gas.
Yeah.
Bro, that was the story of our life. Hey, you got $2 for gas.
Yeah, $2 for gas.
That reminds me of the homies of going to Rosarito. Like, hey, who's pitching in for gas? This fool will be trying to give me like $5, and I'm like, that's not enough, bro. We're going to Rosarito. We're not going to South Central.
Yeah. So I just want to thank the community. Thank you, Miss Bustos. Thank you, Lala. Just everybody that I grew up with, it was beautiful. Thank you, Mookie, and the Alvarez family. Thank you, Cora, Georgie, George Cantu, and Georgiana. These are all, we've been at a career 25 plus years,
Yep.
But this song is for you guys, it's a love letter to my neighborhood, to our neighborhood, East LA, Boyle Heights, and even the East LA, the Rose Meters, where Taboo's from.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Even the Rose Meters get a shout out. Hey, so is it 30-year anniversary? Because 90 off the air, Taboo was telling me 95.
We started the group in 95, yeah.
So 30 years, man.
30 years. That's like, that's an adult.
Yeah.
Right? It's like a kid.
I'm not too far up behind you.
Right.
A 30-year-old kid could have kids down. It's like,
yeah, 95. Damn, that's a long. You guys got a long.
No, but
career.
it's dope.
Not that many people can say they had a 30-year career.
Yeah,
and still going.
And still going. Yeah.
It's our brotherhood,
Yeah.
We started as a trio, and we're continuing on. And the beauty of being brothers away from the stage,
right?
Like that's what's important.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's kept us grounded and kept us just continue to be competitive.
Yeah. Growing up in that area as African American, as obviously there's not many African Americans growing up in East LA, or many that have stories that they grew up in East LA. I mean, you must have stood out. Like you must have stood out a lot, right? But they still embraced you, and you're shouting them all out, man. I'm sure they're gonna appreciate that.
I stood out, but they were like, "Hey, Willie, fucking do that rap, do that rap. Show them that you can rap, fool. Like, do the rap for the neighborhood." Like, it was.
They're about to jump you in.
They jumped me in, then I got jumped out. My mom told them to jump me out.
You really got jumped in?
And then got jumped out the same day.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember going to his project and to his spot. Walking in, his room was on the top. He had a chingo of clothes. Remember the clothes, the freaking mountain of clothes? We couldn't even walk in.
That was the bed. The dirty clothes were the bed.
Yeah,
clean clothes, okay.
But it was just like he
just had clothes.
Keeping it real.
Yeah.
Hey man, so he shouted out the people who any raza you need to shout out that that helped shape you, man.
Yeah, so being in Dogtown till I was 6 or 7, Roadie was like the hit. That was our version of Mr. Leo, but it was like blankets or noodles or whatever we needed, like a commissary kind of.
Yeah.
And so Roadie would take care of I remember that in the project. But then I moved to Rosemead. So, I've always had love for just being able to migrate to different places. So my thank you is going to be to the Mexican community, los Mexicanos de Mexico, the South American fans who've been supporting us, even when, we're making songs in English. They embraced us. Even if they didn't speak English, they embraced our music. They supported us. And to this day, I think Mexico is one of our biggest fan base in 2025, along with like Spain and France and Brazil. So I just want to acknowledge and show love to all the Spanish-speaking countries around the world.
Yeah, man. Hey, since I have you here on this platform, I'm going to send my shout out too. So earlier I told you guys that I had a teacher that taught me how to speak English. So I came here when I was 11, 6th grade, Berendo Middle School, down the street from here in Koreatown. I had this teacher, this white lady named Miss Warda. If this video gets to her, thank you to her, bro, because of her, 6th grade, I was beginning English, which back then we called it ESL. Yeah, it's ESL. So 6th grade, I was beginning. 7th grade, I was intermediate. 8th grade, I was advanced. 9th grade, I was a regular English student, bro.
You know Apple the App and the Apple and the Black Eyed Peas?
Yeah.
He came to America at 14. 15, he had ESL.
Damn, so he had the same
16,
thing.
16, ESL. Yep. High school. Like, we had a record deal signed to Ruthless Records, and Apple was still in ESL.
Wow. True story.
Yeah, for real,
I see Paul over there. He's like, yeah, it's just
Apple.
It's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when you think of Black Eyed Peas, it's like black, Mexican, native, and Filipino.
From the jungle.
That didn't know English, bro.
Didn't know English.
And so Black Eyed Peas, like when I say like we're international down to the configuration, the ingredients. And so it makes total sense why like Black Eyed Peas are more successful in Mexico than we are in America.
Yeah.
It's true. When I was at that Pepsi Center with you guys, they were singing along to everything. Even though they didn't understand it, but they can still sing it. Reminds me of my dad back in the day singing the songs in English too. Back in El Salvador, he would be singing Stevie Wonder now, even though he wasn't pronouncing it correctly. But
that's why we did translation.
Yeah,
translation was like, hey, let's dedicate a whole entire project to our Central and South American fan base, or to our fan base in Spain, and do our best to have like, songs that are fused with English and Spanish.
Yeah. No, you guys have done it all, man. And I want to congratulate you for all the success. And, man, you as a businessman and giving back to the community, everything you've done, and how you represent us, even though you're not Latino, but you embrace the Latino culture. So I want to thank you for that, too, all of you guys.
He said it in the rap. He's a Blaxicano, so this is for la raza.
Yeah. Hey,
and for like, okay, so I have nieces and nephews. I'm a tío, like Uncle Willie. And to my nieces and nephews that are black and Mexican, I may not be Mexican or a Salvadorian,
right.
but my nieces and my nephews are.
Okay.
So
you got a little Salvadorian there in the family too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Morgan and Miranda, and then Maria. But
that's it, bro. You just gained like 5 million Salvi fans right now.
Right?
Just by saying that. Just by saying that. Hey, so I was about to wrap it up right when you said that. So we've gone on for a pretty long time, and it's time to wrap it up. But
thank you, bro.
I just want to thank you guys, man. I want to thank you guys. Thank the label for making this happen. Thank Polo, your manager, and hey. At any time, las puertas están abiertas para ustedes.
Gracias.
Thank you.
No, claro.
Thank you.